Well, one of the most frustrating things about the coronavirus is some people are sick. They're not sure if they have it. Then they go to the doctor to see if they can get tested, right?
Right. It's because it's also flu and allergy season. Michelle Lee here to look at some of the symptoms of all of these. A lot of common misconceptions, right?
Well, yeah. And I mean, if you're sick, that's where your head goes, right? If you're really sick,
Totally.
you're thinking, oh my gosh, do I have it?
And
So
some of these symptoms are the same in both the flu and the cold and coronavirus.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's legitimate. And I think it's totally okay for people to say, okay, what if I have coronavirus? How do you know if you have it? Some symptoms do overlap with the flu, but let's take a look at the differences here. Coronavirus symptoms include fever, cough, shortness of breath, or difficulty breathing. Symptoms usually appear 2 to 14 days after exposure to the virus. Meanwhile, the flu symptoms include these: fever, cough, muscle aches, fatigue and weakness, chills and sweats, congestion, sore throat. And then if you're susceptible to allergies, you can be experiencing any of these symptoms. So we're talking about sneezing, itchy nose, eyes or roof of the mouth, runny or stuffy nose, watery, red or swollen eyes. So you can see the differences there. So the question is, when should you go see a doctor? Well, with social distancing in place right now, it's recommended to stay away from medical settings unless it's absolutely necessary. And doctors say just because you have coronavirus doesn't mean you still need to be in a hospital.
In fact, that really isn't where you should be unless you have severe symptoms or have some kind of medical emergency.
So again, if you're feeling extremely sick, that's when you should seek medical help. Otherwise, doctors recommend taking acetaminophen or ibuprofen, drinking lots of liquids, and using drinking warm soup or using salt water to soothe your throat.
Yeah.
But I definitely think it's really confusing for folks out there, and you just can't help where your mind goes if you are having any of those symptoms, because they do kind of overlap.
Right, because you really don't want to get coronavirus. I mean, obviously that's...
Or spread it to other people.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Well,
All right.
use the guidelines. That's all we can tell you,
Yeah.
you know. So.
A lot of people asking. Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle.